Hello guys, welcome to a new video on Tower of God New World, and in this video I'm going to cover the Tower Fun Run event. This event is great if you have an abundance of suspendium that you're looking to convert into revolution mats. This is not really going to be that important for free-to-play and low spenders because you won't really have the resources needed to get the most out of this sort of strategy that I'm going to share with you. But for those of you that have, let's say, 50,000 suspendium and above that you're willing to invest in this sort of event, you're going to get quite some revolution mats out of that. So that's kind of the idea. I'm first going to cover the basics on this event, nothing fancy. I think most of you already understood how this works. And then I'm going to share with you some laps where I'm going to apply the strategy that I'm going to share with you. And that's more or less it. So for the basics of this game, this is just a Monopoly kind of game, if you're familiar with the game. So you just roll a dice based on the number you move by the corresponding number of tiles, and then the tile you end up in will give you some rewards. Every time you finish a lap, you get some rewards, and then there are also some upgrades to the tile level. You start at tile level 1. After 15 laps, I believe, you go up to tile level 2. And after 20 more, for a total of 35, should be correct, you get to tile level 3. So this method really only makes sense when you get to tile level 3. Before then, just use the random dices, don't waste the guaranteed ones that are going to be key for the method I'm going to share with you. So that's kind of the logic behind it. If we click on the reward icon, we just see a one-time reward based on the number of laps you complete. Nothing much, actually, it's quite shitty. Then we have the lap repetition reward based on the tile level. You get 20 orange mats, 30 or 100. That's pretty solid. And then for the actual tile rewards, we have some shitty stuff for most of the time. And then every 5 laps, we're going to get a really good lap. That's the one we want to focus on. And we want to maximize the rewards we're getting. So that's kind of the idea. Now, in terms of the exchange shop, you can see here you can buy random dices, then you can buy specific numbers. The most important dices here are going to be 1, 3, 4, and 6, with 4 being the most important one. That's the one that's going to guarantee us the 3,000 orange revolution mats, which is really good. With number 6, you can guarantee the 200, well, no, let's say the 400 green revolution mats. And 1 and 3 can kind of give you some breathing room because you don't want to waste number 4 that I mentioned before is the most important. So from this tile here to the ×2, you will use 1 to get also a random dice where my Gustang is at right now. Then you use 3 to go to the ×2, then 4 to get the 3k orange mats. And then there is also an optional step that I'm going to share with you. I'd say now we can just get started so that I can showcase with you how this works. We're going to do probably a couple of, we're going to apply this strategy a couple of times so that you have it clear. Now we'll just move randomly because we don't really care. It's the next lap that's going to be important. Now our main focus is to get to this ×2 in the bottom left. So here I'm still quite far away, so I can use another random dice and let's see what I get. I'm still far away, I can use another random. We get to 5, and that's good because I like to be within 2 tiles here because the guaranteed dice number 2 sucks. You never really use it, so it's nice to have a use out of it. I'm going to do 2, and I'm going to end up here. Now it's going to double the next tile you end up in. And we're going to use guaranteed dice 6 to get to the 400 green mats. Now that we are here, we can also use a number 1 that I mentioned to get a random dice, because again, we want to save up on the number 4. We got 5, which is kind of trash, but it's okay. Then we use number 3, and we end up on the ×2. Now here, do not get the green mats because we're already getting them normally in the lap. You could be getting the ignition weapon mats, but I don't really recommend that. The most valuable stuff is the 3000 orange mats, and we're going to get that with the times 4. And now we have a few options. I mean, you could skip through and use around 18 dices or so, and then go manual from there. But I will do one more thing, because number 5 I mentioned really sucks, is not really important. And look what we have within 5 tiles. We have the uncommon Shinsu Sea Whetstone. So I'm going to use a number 5 to get that one as well. And then from here, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to use multiple dices. And I mentioned before, 18 was a good number. I think it's fair. So let's do 18. And we should be approaching the next good lap. So let me just use one here. Doesn't really matter. I don't care. Now we use another one. And we should uncover. Okay, this was quite lucky. Okay, we are already uncovered the green mats. So here it's again the same loop. We approach these times 2 in the bottom left. So we use dices one at a time, is fine. We are here, so we're still more than 6 tiles away. I'm going to use this. Now here we are exactly 6 tiles away. So if I run a 6, I'm going to end up there. I don't want to use the guaranteed 6. It's kind of a waste, but you might have to if you are in any tile that's closer. So if you are in the next one, you might have to use number 5. If you are here, you might want to do 1, 3. Again, same process, because you really want to end up here. If you're a whale and you already have like way too many green mats, then for you can just go random until the times 2 in the upright corner, but that's kind of up to you. I like to do it random in this case because I'm 6 away, so there is no risk for me like actually going over this one. And I really want to get these revolution fragments, so that's what I'm going to do. Here I'm going to do 1 again, just to get a random dice. Hopefully it's a 1 or something useful. Okay, 6 is still fine. Then I'm going to do, actually, yeah, I'm going to do a 3. You could also do like 1, 2 if you have more 1s than 3s, depending on what the random dice is giving you. Now again, I'm going 6. And I'm getting this one. Then we go 1 again for the random dice, which is another 6, which is fine. Then we go again 3. Then we have 4. And now I'm going to go again with the 5 for the 8 ignition weapon mats. And then I don't want to waste the 3. I don't think this is worth it at all, so I don't even want to waste the 5 for that. And I'm just going to use multiple again 18 times, around that number. And we're already here, so we already see we're in the next good lap. So we're going to do the same thing. This time we got a 6, and again we are within 6 tiles, so I can still go random. We got a 5. That's a bit unfortunate. I didn't want to waste a 1, but it's okay. And then we go here with a 6. Then again 1, 3, 4, and 5 if you want to. So 1, 3, then 4, then a 5, and you kind of get the gist of it. You kind of repeat this whole process multiple times, and it's so far the most efficient way I could find. If you have an additional strategy that you think it's better than this one, let me know, but I think that the other rewards we're getting are not really that worthwhile. And you see here 18 again, and we got probably some high rolls. Maybe you could also try with 17, just in case you don't end up way too close or maybe skipping the times 2. So we are again in the right lap we want to be in. So we go here with 6, and you see here that this time I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from the times 2. So I'm going to use this one, because if I end up running a 6 on a random one and going this tile, I would kind of be upset a bit about it. So I just use the number 5 that is one of the least valuable ones because you're just getting these 8 ones here, these uncommon Shinsu Sea whetstones. And then we're back here with the usual process. 1, we get a random dice. 3, we go to the ×2. Then we go 4. And then we go 5. That's kind of the plan, guys. And by doing this, when I started with the amount of dice that I had, like I bought all the random ones, then I bought like 40 of the 1, 40 of the 3, and 40 of the 4, and just 10 of the 6. For some reason, I always got enough 6 from just the random dices. By running like less than 1000 dices, I already got more than 100k Radiant Revolution fragment. I started at 260k, now I already have 370, and I started at 3000 of the green ones, and I already have 17k. So really a lot of mats, and as you can see, I still have a shit ton of dices to use. I will probably run out of the guaranteed ones before I run out of the random ones, looking at how this thing is going. And that's why I think this random one that we get here, every loop with the 1 and 3 combo, it's really important to just maintain your dices more and more. So that's kind of the idea. Let me know again if you have any questions or if you found a better strategy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!